Let's talk about identifiers, syntax, and keywords. So now, if we put the cursor on chapter 1 and then right click on it, let's create another new class. Now, name. Java name has some specific requirement. So, for example, we cannot start from 02, so they kind of says the name is not valid. It's not valid identifier, and you cannot start from say, or you cannot have a hyphen. For example, if I want to have a class name, say about me, and they say no, you cannot. This is not valid identifier here. So the Java name, it has to be one word. For class name, we have an uppercase for the first letters, so it combines the any letters. And if we have a two number, so let's say I want two words, and then we can say about me, and we put those two together, and then we have every word is capitalized. All right. So this is a valid identifier. And then we can also put the numbers after it, say 1, 2, 3, about me 1, 2, 3, and that'll be valid name. So all those are okay. And hyphen is okay too. So if we want to say about underscore me and me, and that's fine too. Okay, so let's create a name. So this is Java identifier. So basically the rules it's under here is a name. It must start with a letter or underscore or dollar signs fine. And so this is a legal name. For example, underscore my name, the cure, and all capitalized, answer underscore is underscore 40. They are okay. But this is illegal because you cannot have a plus here. And this is illegal because you cannot start with a number. And this is illegal. You cannot have a hyphen. And then you cannot have a period and apostrophes. Okay, so there's restrictions about what's the names you can give for your class. And the naming, also there's a naming convention. Again, it's capitalized. If we have more than one word, we put them together and each word will be capitalized. Okay, so we'll say finish. Again, every time we create a Java class and there is a file about me.java, file will be created, and the source code, they kind of create an empty class for us. This is the keyword. Public class are the keywords, so that's why they're turning into a purple. So here, the Java has quite a few keywords. Those are the identifiers you cannot use because it's reserved. All right, so for example, the thing we know it's a public, class, static, void, and those are the things, they all have some meanings. So the public here generally means that everyone can use your program, and everyone means that every other programs can use your programs. And the class is a Java reserved word, keyword. About me is the class name you give to your program. Again, this is the beginning, this is the end. Okay, so we're not writing any code down here. We put our code inside those two curly braces. So we tap them, and so inside each class, again, it's a method. So right now we're only learning how to write one method, which is a main. The main method, it's a static. That's a keyword, means you only have one copy. And then void means this main method returns nothing. The name of the method is called main, and the main, we know this is a method because the identifier followed by the parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we call arguments. Okay, so this specific argument is actually a string array, which we're going to learn later. Okay, so we capitalize the string, and we have a square bracket, and we give the name of the arguments. So we call args or anything we want to. Okay, but this is kind of the standard way we are doing it. And then the beginning of the method and end of the method. Okay. Now, if we misspell some of the words, for example, if we change this to capital S, and they will say, hey, we don't understand it. Okay, this is not the word that it's a syntax error. That means they don't understand what that means. So it has to be exactly as is. All right. And now inside the method, it's a statement. So for print, we learned this statement already. It's a system.out.print. And inside the print, we're using what we call the string, which we're going to talk about a little later, is double quote. Okay. Inside the double quote, and we can say anything we want to say. Hi. We can choose say, my name is Claire Tan. Okay, so this is one sentence, and then again, we need to follow by the semicolon for a statement. And we can keep talking about to say print 9. We can print another 9 to say I am your professor. And so this is, they will print 2 9s here. Okay. What if you say, hey, I forgot the semicolon? Then the Java will say this is a syntax error. You cannot do that. So it's a syntax error. You have to do the semicolon here. And what about you say, all right, I misspelled the print. So this is L. And lots of students sometimes mistype it as 1. Okay? And then they say, I don't understand what is a print 1n means. So this is LN. Okay? Means line. All right. So they will say, I don't understand it. What is a 1 here means? So this is the mistakes I see a lot. Okay? It's very hard to see between the L and 1. It's actually an L. Right. So if we mistype any of this, even it's a lowercase and uppercase, and they will not forgive you. They won't let you run. But what about I misspell here? If I say I have a space here, or I don't know, I misspell your U as V here. And inside the double quote, they don't really care whatever you say, and then they're gonna just print to the screen. So if we entering this one here, and we say, okay, so whatever you mistype it, and they will just print whatever between the double quote here. It's not part of the syntax. It's just a message here. Okay, so if you mistype it, if you have the space, more space here, it's actually count. So every time we change the code, we need to recompile it and run again. All right, so when we click on here, and you can see if you have more space, they just print the more space here for you.